Eala's fans impress Amanda Anisimova at Dubai Championships. Eala is one of the main topics in women's tennis. The 20-year-old Filipina was dominant at the Dubai Tennis Championships, reaching the quarterfinals, but unfortunately for her and her fans, she was defeated by Coco Gauff 0-6, 2-6. A major talking point at this year's tournament has been the fans of Eala, who have been providing enormous support to the young tennis players since the beginning of the tournament. It was particularly interesting in the match against Serena Srsti, considering some believe they crossed the line, as evidenced by the reaction of the Romanian player, who appeared visibly frustrated. However, it seems that the majority have nothing against such support, considering it commendable that a young tennis player attracts such attention and has a large number of followers. Amanda Anisimova, a well-known figure in the tennis scene, shared her opinion on the huge fan support for Eala at a press conference, noting that it's really great. Later in the conversation, the American tennis player revealed that she followed the match of the Filipina and seems to have positive emotions after everything. "I love that she has such an incredible fan base," said Anisimova. "I've seen the atmosphere. It's amazing. I think she's also such a good representation of her country. I mean, she's so young and she carries herself so well. It's so good to see. I caught a little bit of the beginning of her match last night. Yeah, I stuck around for it because the atmosphere was so great. I normally wouldn't. But since our hotel is right at the site, it was like, why not? It was kind of getting late. That's why I ended up leaving early." Eala vs. Srsti. Anisimova reflected on the Eala vs. Srsti match, emphasizing that it was fun to be a spectator and not have the stress of the match, and admitted she was happy to see Eala win. "This performance certainly inspires optimism and suggests she could be just as dominant in the future, and that this tournament will be a strong motivation for her upcoming challenges. The important thing for a Filipina is to attract attention and have the X factor to achieve great success. When you have such a great foundation and huge support, it is certain that the paths to success are open. Now we will see how much Alex can really achieve in the rest of the season." The day the crowd roared, Eala's fans captivate Dubai and win Amanda Anisimova's admiration. In the gleaming desert city of Dubai, United Arab Emirates, where architectural wonder and sporting excellence meet every year for one of tennis's most electrifying events, an undercurrent of passion was sweeping through the 2026 Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships, and it wasn't just about the world's top players competing for glory. Amid the baseline rallies, ace serves, and strategic exchanges, there was something bigger making headlines: the thunderous support of Eala's fans. A force so vibrant and contagious that even seasoned pros like Amanda Anisimova couldn't help but praise them. Eala's rise, and a crowd that followed her everywhere. Eala, the rising Filipino star ranked inside the top 50, had already turned heads in the tennis world by the time the Dubai tournament began. As she battled through the rounds, including a huge victory over then top 10 player Jasmine Paolini and a gutsy win against Serena Srsti, something remarkable happened. A community rallied behind her with unprecedented enthusiasm. Filipinos, both local supporters in the UAE and expatriates who had traveled great distances, filled the stands, waving flags, chanting Eala's name, and creating an atmosphere more akin to a national celebration than a typical WTA event. One spectator vividly described what it felt like: a crowd that turned the stadium into Manila, so loud and proud that it elevated every rally, every point, and every heartbeat on the court. This wasn't just casual cheering. It was a cultural moment, a diaspora united under one flag, sharing in each of Alex's successes, and transforming the Dubai Tennis Center into a sea of red, blue, white, and yellow. Fans impress a rival: Amanda Anisimova's honest admiration. To many, the most striking endorsement of this spectacle came not from Alex's teammates or coaches, but from her competitor and friend, Amanda Anisimova. During a post-match press event, Anisimova, a respected figure on the WTA Tour known for her straight-talking and authenticity, was visibly moved when discussing the fervent support Alex inspired. Reflecting on the atmosphere, Anisimova called the Filipino crowd incredible and praised the energy they brought to the tournament, even though she wasn't their player of choice. For a rival to commend the fans in such heartfelt terms was no small thing. Her words echoed across press rooms, social feeds, and locker rooms. This wasn't just enthusiasm, it was passion that elevated the entire event. Amanda's comments revealed two vital truths. The fans were impossible to ignore. Their energy didn't just support one player, it lifted the atmosphere of the entire tournament, inspiring even those not directly involved in Eala's matches. True sporting admiration transcends allegiance. Anisimova didn't see the fans as a distraction, she saw them as a celebration of sport itself. Their presence, she suggested, reflected the vibrancy and diversity needed to grow women's tennis worldwide. More than numbers, what made this crowd special? If you watched any of Eala's matches in Dubai, be it her run into the last 8 or her quarterfinal showdown, one thing was immediately clear: this wasn't a typical tennis crowd. Sure, major tournaments attract big audiences, but the fervor here was different. Here's what made it extraordinary. A multicultural celebration. While a major portion of the crowd was Filipino, the excitement spread far beyond one nationality. Other spectators cheered on the sheer joy of watching a rising star fight with determination and heart. Unabashed pride. Flags waved proudly, chants rose louder with every point, and the stadium felt alive, not just with tennis fandom but with identity, heritage, and shared hope. Joy in every rally, moments that would usually draw polite applause, long rallies, breathtaking defensive plays, powerful returns, seemed to spark eruptions of cheers. It was less about winning or losing and more about celebrating effort, resilience, and relentless spirit. This atmosphere was so energetic that even other top players, like Coco Gauff, noted how the crowd created a charged environment unlike any other. After her match against Eala, Gauff thanked the fans for packing the venue and for bringing a new demographic to the sport. When passion meets pressure, the human side of competition. Of course, Eala's journey in Dubai wasn't just about fanfare. On the court, she fought with everything she had: heart, bravery, and a belief that her tennis could earn respect at the highest levels. Against Gauff in the quarterfinals, Alex faced a formidable opponent and world top 5 player. The scoreline might not have gone her way, but the energy she had from the crowd was so palpable that even moments of struggle became part of a larger narrative of perseverance. On the scoreboard, numbers are cold and clinical. But in sports, especially at this level, the human story of growth, courage, and connection is what endures. Fans saw more than a loss. They saw a young player testing her mettle against the best, learning,